black square body, and a little story about how patience prevails. Everyday litter. We have a Cummins Bonanza Blazer square body hauler. 650 didn't even get a chance for a real dedicated video. It's headed out to its new owner way up north. Don't have a sign currently, guys, but by the end of the day, I hope to say we probably will. We've been working, trying to get the metal figured out. We got some bent up stuff. We got some out of date stuff. We finally figured out what the problem was and the fitment issue, and we're getting it corrected. So by the end of today, we will hopefully have a sign. But the biggest problem of today is we're not going to have power. The power company has been doing everything they can to not take power away from the building. We've lost power over there 3 times. I think we've lost power over here twice. Today we are not going to have power to the office. And I haven't done the day in the life video yet because I really wanted to do it with my kids and with Tabitha to show what happens in a real day. I took one day last week and I just made notes. Started off in the morning, made notes throughout the day. And I'm talking about just some things that just might not make a whole lot of difference, but some things you guys can relate to, some things you might not can relate to. Contractor showing up at the wrong house. Contractor showing up without keys. Not printing a receipt at the gas pump. Might not mean much to you guys, but I need to turn that receipt in so that we can keep track of it. It's just simple things in the day, but when if stuff like that happens 5 or 6 times a day, it's frustrating. But losing power, that's how our business runs. Emails, our phone system, air conditioning. I mean, everything works off the power. So us being down for what we hope is only going to be 2 hours or 3 hours is going to shut us down today. So it's going to be a problem. But they're going to clean this pole up with all these weeds and lines and all this extra wiring, which is great. Yesterday we did get Comcast in. There goes Bonanza. Look at Bonanza. Bonanza! Should have a hat on for that one. Going to get some gas in Bonanza. Bonanza smells good. You smell that? She got some racing fuel in her or something. But sign's going to be a big deal. So we do have a dumpster truck. I like bringing you guys videos about stuff that you could go into business and make a business tomorrow. Well, here's one. I have yet to see a broke dumpster company owner, ever. Never seen one. They always do pretty well for themselves. So if you're one of those guys and you want to keep making more money, here's a turnkey truck. Haven't had time to clean it, wash it, do anything to it. This is a 2022, I believe. Might be a 23. I'm pretty sure it's a 22. Mac with 10,000 miles. Doesn't come with 1 dumpster, doesn't come with 2 dumpsters, comes with 3 dumpsters. 2 of them are identical to what you see here. One of them is a low side, like a dump truck, with the wooden extension sides that flip down, so they're easy to load with a piece of equipment. So 3 dumpsters, and I believe they are 20 yard. I could be wrong on that, but it's a switch and go body. And these roll off. So it's got the winch system. It's a pretty slick little deal. And basically, here's what I see. If somebody's a roofer, house flipper, construction company owner, you're spending, I know how much I spend with dumpsters every time we have a project. Here, across the street, every flip house. I always go through multiple dumpsters. I usually budget 3 dumpsters. I usually end up using 8 to 10 dumpsters. We went through a crap load of dumpsters over here. I was literally calling them every morning for a switch out because I knew we got started in the morning and we'd have it full by lunchtime and they'd be here to switch it out. And if not, I had to stop at lunchtime. We couldn't do any more work. This is what I call a medium-sized dumpster. They do make the bigger dumpsters also. But somebody that has the infrastructure and they're using dumpsters could take that whole fee out by having their own deal. So this dumpster in the back's the one that's a little different. Now here's the task for today. We got to unload this dumpster Or maybe we shouldn't unload it, because what if we sell this to somebody in Florida, AJ? We got to load it back in there. So I guess the question is, do we leave it loaded or we don't leave it loaded?
I'm gonna head up to the local boy. I know that does it.
All right, well, let's try to sell it so we don't have to worry about that. But we do have to unload the one we got across the street, because Raymond needs to use that trailer. And of course, it's on the trailer he needs to use over there. So we at least got to unload one of them. But if somebody does want a turnkey dumpster business, that's a very lucrative business. I don't know what dumpsters go for in your area, but around here, there's the fee for the dumpster, and then there's the fee for the weight. And there's a certain amount that's free. That's how they charge me anyway. But if it goes over that amount, then there's a fee for the extra weight. Usually I'm kind of on that fine line, but out here there was some heavy stuff and it went over. They'll also bring you a dumpster for metal, and then sometimes they'll split the cost of the metal with you. That worked out good over there because we did have a lot of scrap metal, but that's not always the case. Usually we got stumps and logs and trees and other crap. So the dumpster business is pretty lucrative. That is an amazing truck, and they just brought it back, I don't know, 4, almost 5 hours. Came down the road awesome. David drove it, said it drove perfect. That's a pretty good little rig. It's a good looking truck by the time it's logoed up. You can also logo your dumpsters. Then you got a moving billboard as far as that goes. So it looks like they're actually putting up some transformer stuff too. That's gonna be pretty cool. All right, let's go across the street, AJ. All right, so more scams, guys, between yesterday and last night, specifically about Hummers. And I don't know what it is specifically so much about Hummers recently, but we've had several people reach out on this particular Hummer, and we have got to get some signs on our buildings. But what I saw were several people sending me Hummers from other dealerships where people were getting this good. And I recognize the dealerships. Most people are using, and we're going to get back to that. Once we get organized around here, you're going to see all of our pictures in static locations, whether that location is every photo is right here, or every photo is right there, or every photo's in that showroom, or every photo's in that showroom. You're going to see all the same pictures in all the same locations. And the reason for doing that is brand identity. I recognize other dealerships and how they take their photos. These scammers are getting so good. There's one company that puts all theirs in front of a block wall. The block wall is this exact kind of block, but their logo is on it. This company took the photo, or this scammer took the photo and took AI and took their logo off the wall and put a different logo on the wall. It's probably easy to do. It's probably really easy to do. And tried to sell this Hummer under their name. And they were passing it off as, and AJ, make sure this clip, this specific clip gets on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. It's super important. Clip this piece out. So they were saying that they were selling government seized vehicles. And the guy was like, there's no way you're selling this Hummer. This is a $150,000 Hummer, $125,000 Hummer for $50,000. And he's like, it's no problem. We're selling it because they're repos and they're government seized. And this guy was getting ready to send him 50 grand. Like he was getting ready to wire the money. And he's like, man, I'm just reaching out to you guys because it seems too good to be true. And I'm like, it's 100% too good to be true. There was a WhatsApp phone number. I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to drill it in your head. There is no too good to be true deal. It's a scam. And I Googled, I found the Hummer, I found the picture in front of the wall with the man's name on it. And I sent it to the guy. And he was like, holy absolute SHIT, I was about to send the money. And I was like, I told you it was a scam. And sure enough, the price was $125,000. It was already sold. Anyway, so it's not just Hummers though, guys. It's square body Chevys. It's luxury vehicles. It's exotics. If it's too good to be true, I'm not saying you can't find something that should be 100 and it's selling for 90. But you're not going to find something that should be 100 that's selling for 50. It's never going to happen. You're not going to find a square body truck that should be 50 selling for 20. It's never going to happen. It just, if it's too good to be true, it always is. And these people are just getting so anxious. Mike's catching phone calls. He catches most of the phone calls. He's catching adult guys that are 60 and 70-year-old guys that want to cry on the phone because they've sent $5,000 deposits. Then they're calling and like, hey, I'm just checking to see when I should send the rest of the money. What do you mean send the rest of the money? You've never called us. Oh man, I thought I talked to you guys. I'm going to send the rest of the money for my truck that I bought. You didn't buy a truck from us, sir. Well, I sent a deposit because it was such a good deal. They're scammed. They have sent money somewhere and got scammed. Please be cautious, guys. Let's roll in here, AJ. All right, so as we're cleaning up for our 50th anniversary celebration, even though we've got 4 months or 5 months ahead of us, all of our overflow stuff is up for grabs. Stuff like this boat right here. This is a 2017 boat. As far as we know, it's probably never been used. It's an MV 1650T. It's boat season, guys. I don't know if you're a fisherman or what you do with this boat, but look at the prop. Look at the motor. Look at the boat. It's basically a brand new boat. Yeah, you're not going to go real fast with a Yamaha 25, but it's a cool boat. It's on a trailer. It's an easy loader trailer. Title in hand. It's ready to go. Check out the Kubota diesel. Same way. It's ready to rock. We've got a lot of cool stuff. Well, pause it. Let's go in here. 16.5 by 14, 8 on 170. Again, 16.5 by 14, 8 on 170. I cannot make these 8 on 6.5, but you can with a set of adapters. But these are 16.5 by 14 Typhoons. I'm going to show you what is for sale currently. These are $4,000. 15 by 14, 6 by 5.5. Again, 15 by 14. Did I say it the first time? Okay, 15 by 14, 6 by 5.5. So this would fit your Toyotas and your Chevrolets and your GMCs and probably some Nissans. Welds. One of these does have a nick on the edge right there. We'll do those also for $4,000. That can be repaired, and we've actually got a good wheel guy that can take care of that. Those are pretty freaking rare. They're a good set of wheels. Both sets of these have been fully cut and polished. I don't know that the camera is going to pull it up good enough, but they are glossy. Like, I probably spent close to $1,000 a set for those to be polished. They are glossy, glossy. You want 8 on 6.5, the Lord's pattern? There they are. Those are super singles. Those are 16 wide, 16.5 by 16s. Yes, they're 16s. They have been stretched. 16.5 by 16s, 8 on 6.5. I'll do that set for $6,500. So those are the ones that are currently available. They're dismounted. We can box them up and we can ship them. We have boxes and boxes and boxes and stacks and stacks and stacks more. We'll get through each set one by one. I want to clear out this whole section. We don't have space. We got to move this Suburban out. We got to get this truck in some more videos because this truck either needs to be moved. Actually, god dang it.
That's what the truck said. We're talking junk about it.
Whew, that hit right on the edge of the wrong knuckle right there. Man.
So don't you talk about me like that.
Man, we got a lot of square body stuff to organize. The goal is to get everything organized so when you guys come for the open house, you can go through and see so much of this cool stuff that we've been hoarding for so long, because some of it is really neat. Some of it's in box, NOS stuff, and I want y'all to see it. And a lot of y'all are ATV and ATC guys, and I want y'all to see this. Like, this is a 41-year-old set of tires that is still almost nipples new, which is really cool as well. There's so much neat stuff that we need to get on racks and we need to get up in the air. Did mention that we will let us the 48 Terras go. Those are 48 25s. V-treads, not Terras. And a lot of this stuff just needs to be thrown away. Like, these were display wheels from a gazillion years ago. They're just one of one. Some of this stuff here we'll be getting rid of because we're finishing that truck. Finally, the gray and maroon 1 ton, 1 family owned truck will be coming back from paint. We do have a couple sets of 8 on 170, 16 5x12. Classic 2s that need to be polished. I don't know why we don't have the fourth one there. There's so much oddity stuff just stacked up. It's crazy. And if you guys have a 5-ton project, I do have 3 sets of 5-ton axles. And I've recently had a lot of people reach out about what to do 5-ton projects. I don't know why. I guess, you know, the mud scene's pretty heavy. So we do have 3 sets of 5-ton axles. If you got, well, I'll show y'all one set right here. I do want to hold on to one set because we are going to do a 5-ton project one of these days. Or if the 8-door breaks its axles that are under it, then I want to have a 5-ton set ready for that. But for those that don't know what a set of 5-tons looks like, that's what a set of 5-tons look like. And that's what a hydraulic steering pump system looks like. Pump builds the pressure. That's the tank that holds the pressure. Then it moves it through the lines to the double-ended ram, which pushes the tires left and right, which currently also needs an orbital valve, which is what we need for the big reason you guys haven't seen the Ford recently, the Cummins Ford, is because the orbital valve went bad as I was driving it, and it just about broke my arm because it went one way and yanked it out of my hand, and the steering wheel spins so fast out of control. It is unbelievable when that happens. So we do have some cool stuff in here. There's not there. And a little bitty go-kart steering wheel. It would have been much better if it had that instead of the big steering wheel where I probably had my hand in it when it happened. Yeah, it gets out of control real fast. That's where the orbital valve would have been. There it is. That's what an orbital valve is, guys. Right there. That's actually the one we might need. So I might can save Daniel from ordering that, because that truck doesn't move currently and it's sitting in the wrong spot with a flat tire. Yeah. Great news. Yeah. Yeah. But my neighbor Chris said he'd take care of the tube for me because I might not could afford a tube, so I'll make sure to remind him of that.
I remember how much fun the yellow one was.
You remember that? We did it right there. They had to come in with a crane and everything else and lift it up. Them boys did not like that at all. Not one bit. So Brown Truck is starting its air-conditioned journey today. Getting ready to move that inside. And we need to unhook the trailer because that's where the dumpster needs to go. And that also needs to come out and get washed up. For the cruise, because we need to put some fuel in there. We also need to load some tools, probably jack, some spare parts, air pumps, batteries. Daniel probably needs to put just an arsenal of extra stuff in there because that cruise is seeming like it's going to be over the top. We're also going to have to put a lot of stuff here because we got to move it out of the showroom because section 2 of the floor is getting ready to be done. And y'all have asked, especially last night, I had a lot of texts because I guess Cletus must have said, I haven't seen many of his recent videos, but he must have said something about a tow truck challenge or something on his video yesterday or recent times. We still have the tow truck. So if there's a tow truck challenge, we could do a tow truck challenge. We could do a tow truck challenge with his own tow truck.
Do a race.
We could do a tow truck. Yeah, we could do a tow truck race. We could bring that back and do some other tow truck race. Oh, another fun fact, if you have electric, didn't know this when we bought electric forklifts. If you have electric forklifts, you have to have 3-phase power to charge them. We don't have 3-phase power in this huge shop to charge them. The wires are like this big. So we have to have a 3-phase adapter of some sort to get 3-phase power to charge forklifts because we don't have any way to charge them. So the reason the forklifts, we had a question about that, have not gone up for sale because we don't have any three-phase power to put them into charge. So if anybody's looking for forklifts, they do operate, because they did operate till they went dead. We do have forklifts for sale, but we can't post them yet because we can't use them yet. We do want to utilize them here because I think they'll work really well, because they go really tall and our ceilings are really tall. And also, anything on the website you guys see, feel free to go on and look. Bucket trucks, box trucks, utility trucks, small vans, any of our projects, LS Tahoe, tractor pulling F650, anything you guys see, I am determined to have this area cleared out for our 50th anniversary. That area cleaned out, this area cleaned out. I want to sell down to almost half inventory so we have parking. After that, I'm going to go mad, crazy, and purchasing. And AJ's shaking his head because he already knows. But I want to clean house. Literally, I want to have the least inventory we've had. Mom's going to love hearing this because we've been talking about doing it for a long time. We want to, and AJ's going to love it because he's inventory specialist. He wants to see he's got a stack right now this tall of things that he doesn't even know where they're at. We have so much overflow inventory. I want a clean house. I want to have the parking area. I want to regrade. It's not just having so much inventory. It's the problem of we don't have anywhere to move this stuff to get this parking lot straight. We can't move it over there because we don't have room, and we can't move over there because we don't have room over here. We didn't even have that area cleared out over there until we took stuff down to the service shop. And now we have the stuff in behind the off-road shop. We have everything so full. So I want to cut inventory in half. I want to cut my weight down. I want to cut inventory weight down. I want to have a very big cleanse. So guys, we have, let's call it 90 days challenge for me to lose weight and for our inventory to lose weight. And I will make some good deals for our followers and our customers, near and far. If you see something in a video, reach out. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I will make a deal on anything. If you see it on the internet or you see it in a video, please call. We will cut a deal. Like that box truck right there that AJ drove back, we lost that. The inspection is 2 or 3 years old. The fuel in it smells like it came from the Titanic. Dave's got it running and driving, and we were using it for storage. We used it to move from our other location that we closed 5 years ago. That's how long it's been sitting. We have a problem, and we can admit it.
There you go.
The first thing you have to do when you have a problem is admit you have a problem, right?
Yeah.
There you go. So at least we can do that. So from there, everything is up from there, right? All right. So guys, thanks for it. Thanks for allowing us to get to 50 years. I'm working on something a lot of you guys have asked. You guys have asked, how many vehicles have we sold in 50 years? You guys have asked, how many vehicles have we lifted in 50 years? Well, the shop has really only been lifting actively for about 20 to 25 years. So that's about half. But there is a number, and I will try to figure that out. And it's going to only be an estimate. Both are only going to be an estimate. There's really no way to actively know that number. And then I want to go back and figure out my grandfather's heritage of how long he was working on cars and when he exactly opened his shop. Not when he built it, but when he started working on cars at our home place shop. And then I want to add up my uncles, my cousin, myself, and my brothers' years of working on vehicles to know a family like 200 or 300 years of working on vehicles. So there's some things that you guys have asked. That's curiosity. That's got my curiosity now. So I'm going to add those things together for some family lineage of how long we've been doing things, because it'll be cool. And we'll put it on the wall. I'm going to put a little poster up of something like that. And then we can continue to add to it year by year. 400 more trucks were lifted. 400 more trucks were sold, whatever the numbers are. And we can keep going and keep going and keep going. And I think that'll be really neat. Ending today with, thank y'all, as always, Oh, we didn't get the black truck. Pause it. I got to talk about that. As the sun's going to kill us a little bit on this, but one of the big things that me and AJ were going to concentrate on this morning before all this construction took place was patience is virtue. This amazing customer stopped in. He took the time to travel here. He came from West Virginia. I don't know. That might be 3, 4, 5 hours away. I'm not quite sure exactly how far away, but he took the time to come down. He looked at multiple trucks. He ended up falling in love with this particular one. But he was patient. He was polite. He was super friendly, and he was easy and nice to work with. He purchased this particular truck. He did everything he was supposed to, and that makes it really easy for us to do what we're supposed to. He said, you know what? There's a couple things I want you to do. We did them. Well, in the process of that, he said, hey, I want you guys to do a few more things. Well, the typical schedule for upgrades when it has to go through the off-road shop is about 60 to 90 days in a lot of cases. That does not mean things cannot be done sooner. But that does not mean always that they can be done sooner. But he did want to add simple things, such as the bumperettes. That's not a big deal. Very, very simple. But then he wanted to do the steering and the track bar. Also, not hard items, just fitment in of the schedule. Parts coming back from powder coat. Parts being available. But again, he was patient. Tire and wheel change, no problem. When a customer is patient and realistic and friendly, it goes so much further and enjoyable to work with. And we love it because we're always going to try to be that way. But this customer just really was a pleasure and a dream to deal with. And when we serviced the truck, we went ahead and serviced the rear differential. The fluid was a little bit odory, serviced that, changed his oil. There was a couple other things that Brian and Daniel did when it was up on the rack, rerouted the lines a little bit, cleaned up a few things under the truck, a few pieces of new hardware, a few new bolts, a few shock bushings, just a few other things to clean stuff up while they were underneath the vehicle that weren't really part of what we were doing, but it made the product that much nicer. And we were thrilled to do it for him. So again, guys, it's really hard to show you everything that happens in a day's time, and we don't always have a camera on our head showing what's going on. But it is a pleasure to work with our customers, especially when they don't rush us. There was a few things on the interior, adjusting the doors a little bit just to make them fit so nicely and close so well. We love each and every customer. Same with the black truck. That's hopefully shipping out today. We worked tirelessly with the transporter to get that set up. That's a big truck. And we're trying to get him the best deal possible to get that truck transported. It's a big truck, so it's going to take a big transport truck to carry it. But we're trying to get it wrapped up and get it gone for him. And we also re-cleaned that truck one more time. It's black. We had to be very cautious with it to clean it. And Alvin had to take his time out where a whole nother vehicle was supposed to be cleaned this morning to get that one cleaned and take the time to get it done before it transports out. So we do our best in each and every time. Sometimes there's not enough time. Some things get overlooked. We do our best to do everything we can. This one also hopefully will ship out today, not going as far as the 650 is. But patience is the virtue. Thanks, guys. We really do appreciate it. Reach out for anything that you need. Thanks again. Davis Auto Sales in Richmond, Virginia. I'm J.W. Davis. We'll see you tomorrow.